What's up guys, Nintenjoel here once again, and it is time for another pickup video. It has been not that long actually, been doing a lot of trades, so yeah, got all kinds of stuff. First of all, got a couple gifts, and one of the obvious ones if you watch my channel at all, or if you watch MegaRetroBros, Tim actually kicked down this badass blue mic to me, and yeah, it's for our podcast, so go watch our podcast, it rules, and Tim, you are like the most badass friend in the world. I can't believe you did this. Yeah, I owe you big time for this one, buddy. But yeah, it makes our sound so much better. We finally started putting out some of the episodes that have the new mic in them, so they sound so much better. I don't generally use them for my pickup videos just because the webcam I use for the podcasts and this go together better, but as far as best video quality for my pickups, the phone actually still has the best footage, so right now I'm not really using a mic for that as much. I might actually figure that out, how I can get the mic and the phone footage together and somehow sync it up, I don't know. But anyways, freaking awesome for the podcast. That's basically what it's for, and it kicks so much ass. It sounds so much better, and it's the same one that Tim uses. So go check out our podcast, and go check out MegaRetroBros. Tim kicks ass, and so does his partner. They do all kinds of badass pickups and stuff. So, but anyways, there was more stuff that he actually sent me in there, which I wasn't expecting. Well, one of them I was expecting. He had put up some manuals and stuff for trade, and one of them I needed was Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland. So now I have a complete in-box copy of that on Game Boy Advance. Excellent, excellent game. Thank you to my buddy Kevin, who convinced me to start playing the Kirby games, starting with the NES one, which this is a remake of. And yeah, now I freaking love Kirby, so pretty awesome. And then he kicked this down to me too. It doesn't have the actual game or anything, but Lord of Magna, Made in Heaven. It's the like outer box and the soundtrack for the special edition of it. So now I'm just on the lookout for like a regular copy of this. So it looks like an interesting game. So hopefully I can score that pretty soon. So thank you for that, Tim. Shogun Death, you kick ass. This is like the most amazing thing ever. So I can't thank you enough. So freaking awesome. And then, let's see, my buddy Richard had sent a package, and I think I mentioned some of the games in the last video, but I didn't mention the paperwork because it wasn't immediately available. So I'll just go ahead and show what he kicked down to me. It's just some paperwork and stuff for some games, but it's still really cool. First of all, there's this, your ticket to the Atari Stars, and it's this awesome, like, poster of Atari stuff. And it's got, you know, like pictures of games on it, and it's really cool. I don't actually have this. I've never had one of these that I can remember, so that is really cool. I like that a lot, so thanks for that, Richard. And then he had given me the game to Kroll, and for some reason I thought he had kept the manual. Maybe he already had a manual, but there was a manual, so that's awesome, because Kroll already, I was pretty stoked on getting that game. And then the last thing that Richard kicked down to me, which I'm super stoked on, he knew I had a complete in-box Game Genie, the big version. Not quite complete in box, though I did not have the paperwork for it, and he happened to run into extra paperwork for it, so he kicked that down to me as well. So that makes that complete in box also really rad. Thank you very much for that, Richard. Our swoop savior. And then going on with the tradition of people just gifting me cool stuff, I randomly started talking to a guy online named Tyler, and it was really funny. He wanted to kick down a import game to me, and I was like, sure, if you want to send it, yeah, hell yeah, that's cool. And he was like, yeah, I want to send it to you, and he hinted at maybe sending something else too. But it turns out this guy lives, like, no joke, blocks from where I used to live in North Bend, Oregon, on the coast. And yeah, really weird, but he lives like super close to one of my favorite houses that I ever lived in, just because I love the North Bend area. So that was really cool. And we talked for a while, and he just seemed like a really cool guy. So thank you, Tyler, for sending this package. Really cool and unexpected, just really neat. And there was a few extra games in there too, mostly imports. There's a Game Boy import here. I can't remember the name of this one, but it was some kind of billiards or pool game, and it looks pretty fun, actually. It's pretty neat. And then we've got, this one's pretty cool. This is Game Boy Color, which is interesting because in Japan, I guess the Game Boy Color games are still gray, but this is Dragon Quest Monsters, actually. So that's pretty neat. I don't know if it's Kobe's or, no, it's Terra's Adventure. And then the last one of the Game Boy ones is definitely the coolest, I think. This is Monster Race, and it is like an RPG, but it's like got racing elements to it and kind of Pokemon-ish. Looks really cool. I wish there was a translation for this one available. I'm still going to try to muddle through it and play it a little bit, though, because it seemed really fun. And then one non-import, he had hinted at maybe being a Wii game in there because he was asking if I collect a Wii, and it was Rubik's World on Wii. I've never even heard of this game, and it looks really cool. And believe it or not, I've kind of been after Wii games lately. Not a ton or anything, but yeah. And it's complete in box. Got some writing on it, but no big deal. But yeah, complete in box. Rubik's World, that actually looks really fun. So it looks like some kind of puzzler. And then the last thing, the main thing he told me he was sending me is pretty awesome because I really like the cover to this. I do have a complete in box, the American version, but I don't care. This is freaking rad. Mario Paint, really badass, super clean shell, and I just really like the cover to it. I'll put a cover, obviously, in the corner here so you can see what it looks like, but I really like the cover of this game. It's really neat, so, and super, super clean. So I'm probably just going to put this, like, on my shelf in front of my Mario Paint US version. That'll look pretty cool, so pretty neat. Thanks very much for that, Tyler. Really, really rad, and, man, I wish I lived where you lived. It's one of the few places I like just so much is North Bend, Oregon. It's a really cool place. Better than the other half, Coos Bay. Okay, so, next, this is a random purchase, actually. There's, like, I think this is the only thing I actually bought, and it was pretty cheap. It was online. I think this was an Amazon purchase, and this was, like, oh, man, I want to say, like, $7 or something like that. But it was Syndicate on Genesis, and I have been after Syndicate on SNES for a while now, and that game is really, really hard to find. In fact, I'll mention it later on in this episode because of a game store I went to, but anyways. Syndicate, I got the Genesis version because the Super Nintendo version is so damn expensive. Can't find a copy for trade. Can't find a copy at game stores, anything like that. So for now, this loose copy will have to do. Only thing that sucks is it doesn't work in my Retron 5. For some reason, it like freezes up and it's all totally pixelated. It's not because it needs to be cleaned. I tried it in the Genesis and it works fine, and I cleaned it multiple times. So that's kind of weird, making me want the Super Nintendo version even more. Okay, so more trades, more trade. Yeah, the rest is all trades. So let's see. First of all, we've got. Let me see how I have this broken up. Okay, got a couple DS games from a dude named Matt. He actually works at a game store in Southern Oregon, and he had some extra DS games that he was thinking about getting rid of, and I traded him some stuff for it, and was very stoked with it. First of all, Advance Wars Days of Ruin on DS. This is the last cart that I need. I do need the box and manual for this, so if you ever find this box and manual, please let me know. But Advance Wars Days of Ruin, pretty awesome tactical RPG. Hell yeah, very stoked about that. And another tactical RPG, really, really stoked on this, Luminous Arc. So freaking badass. I just got Luminous Arc 2 and got the case and manual for that. I'm still looking for the outer box and like soundtrack, but Luminous Arc 1, that's pretty awesome. Not an easy game to find. And so I'm after the box manual for that one as well, if you happen to see that. I actually have a lead on that one, though. I may actually have a lead on that one. But anyways, one of the other things that I wanted from him was a... this was just case and art only. Dragon Quest Heroes Rocket Slime? I almost said Rocket Slime. But yeah, it's just the case because I knew that the next person I was trading with had the game. Ta-da! And it does have the little Enix card in there. But thank you very much for that, Matt, for the 2 games and for the case. That's really awesome. Hope you enjoyed the trade. But I got this Dragon Quest Rocket Slime game from actually another guy that works with him at that store, and that guy's name is Sid, and Sid's an awesome guy. I like trading with him, and so he ended up getting me the cart for that, and then one more cart. Oh, but there was a little, this is really funny, tiny little note was included, and it just had a picture of a tiny little potato. This is really funny, because potatoes are our mascot in Southern Oregon Retro Gamers, and it says, "I am a tiny potato, and I believe in you. You can do the thing." So I thought that was really freaking cute, so that's awesome, Sid. That's one of those things that I'll probably keep forever, just because it's freaking awesome and dumb at the same time. And then, so the last game I got from that trade was a loose DS game, but he also sent it in this badass, like, 3 for DS case here, which is really, really awesome. I love it. And the last game is Super Robot Tyson OG Saga Endless Frontier. What a freaking title on that one. So long of a title. awesome RPG, who was talking about this and talking it up a little bit and saying that it was a pretty awesome game. I did play it, and it is actually really awesome. I've actually owned that cart once before, when it used to be a lot more expensive, in fact. And what's awesome is I may have a case and manual on that one for on the way as well, so we shall see. That one is a possible trade coming, or actually not a trade, a gift from somebody coming. So we shall see on that. But anyways, there's a little 3-pack of awesome DS games. So thank you very much, Matt. Thank you very much, Sid. Freaking awesome. I'm really stoked on that stuff, because DS stuff, especially RPGs, that's like what I am going for right now. Like, my favorite things to collect for right now are TurboGrafx and DS RPGs. Running out of DS RPGs to collect for. So anyways, another DS game. This actually came from Corey Zamier. If you don't know who Corey Zamier is, go check out his channel. It's awesome. Link in the description below. I'll go ahead and put that down there. But anyways, we actually did a trade for toys, but there was a game that he threw in with it. As you guys know, I do toys. I do toy pickup episodes once in a while. So I'm going to do one here soon. I actually have a ton of toys to show off. Might even have to be a 2-parter. We'll see. But anyways, I'm not going to show off the toys that I got from him. But I will show off the game that I got from him, which is just Geometry Wars Galaxies. But it's complete in box, and I love the, like, freaking shiny cover and, you know, complete in box. Really nice shape. Not an expensive game or anything like that, but one I've actually been on the lookout for because it's supposed to be pretty fun. So thank you for that, Corey, and I guess it'll get mentioned again in the toy pickup episode as well. Okay, and this is just like YouTuber heaven today. Another YouTuber, badass, Brian the Co-op Collector. Really like that dude. Awesome channel. I'll put the link to his channel in the description below. He does all kinds of videos and is going for a complete Sega Master System collection right now and is really close. So anyways, I did not get Master System stuff from him. I actually got Sega Genesis stuff from him. But he threw in something really cool, which is awesome. And it is Sonic the Hedgehog Perler Bead. Rad. He can go off screen really quick. Alright, so what I wanted from him, though, was more tactical RPG action. Freaking really been after that stuff lately. And this one I've heard is very, very good. The cart's a little bit beat up. There's writing on it I'm going to try to get off. But Master Monsters, non-Genesis, renovation title. We all know how sought-after renovation titles seem to be getting lately. Not really sure why, but I mean, they're good games. A lot of them are good games. Off the top of my head, I can think of Arcus Odyssey, and I want to say Valis 3. But yeah, Master of Darkness, really cool. Tactical RPG with like a hexagon grid rather than like a square grid like Front Mission or like Shining Force or something like that. So pretty cool. A lot like Dark Wizard on Sega CD. But anyways, the main game I wanted from him, freaking awesome. Man, I've been after this one for a while, too. And it's complete in box, and no joke. Besides the tab being missing on the top of the box, this game is, like, flawless. Herzog's Y. Oh, yeah. Tactical, kind of tactical RPG action. Okay, not RPG, but tactical action. Overhead, kind of Command and Conquer-ish, or, like, StarCraft-ish a little bit. But, yeah, pretty awesome game. You have to place units, and your guy can fly around and transform into other things, and I haven't really played it much. I only played it a few minutes, and it seemed pretty cool. But Herzog's Y, pretty awesome. So thank you very much for that, Brian. Really appreciate the trade, and keep up the good work on your channel. You've got a great channel. So, okay, so the last part of this video, story time. Okay, so this was quite a while ago, actually, like a few weeks, maybe a month, probably more like a few weeks ago. My buddy Kevin decided to come up here and visit me. I talked about this on the podcast. He came up here to, you know, listen to metal, drink beer, go eat chicken at Popeyes, and freaking go to this awesome video game store, basically, to sum it up. And the video game store was Retro Game Trader in Beaverton, Oregon, a game that is kind of notorious around here, a game store that is kind of notorious around here in the Pacific Northwest because of its crazy selection and near museum quality of selection and quality of stuff that they have, in addition to also having some pretty high prices. So they're kind of notorious around here. But the thing is the high prices are kind of forgivable because they give really crazy trade credit on the stuff that they take in. I'm having a hell of a time talking today, probably because I don't have a beer in front of me. But anyways, yeah, they give crazy game trade credit, however you want to say that. So it's like, yeah, they have expensive prices, some even higher than eBay, but where are you going to be able to trade in stuff you can't use for stuff that's super rare. So, I don't know, kind of equals out. Some game stores make it work. This game store makes it work, in my opinion. There are so many crazy games. It's insane. I mean, there were, like, Vectrex games, TurboGrafx, whole freaking section. There was, like, Watara Supervision games. There was a complete in-box copy of Musha. There was multiple copies of Bonk's Adventure on NES. I mean, there was, like, 3 Lufia 2s. I mean, there was multiple copies of Tales of Destiny 2. I mean, this game store has it all. Except for one thing that I was really looking for. The one freaking game I was after was Syndicate on Super Nintendo. And I was going to sell this after I tried to get the one with, like, trade credit, and he was like, wow, we don't have that? Crazy, that must be a pretty uncommon game. I'm like, yeah, it really is. And there's a couple other games they didn't have, too, like, I was kind of looking for Dragon Force on Saturn, and they didn't have that either, but that's alright. They had, like, I mean, really, you can go in there and find 95% of what you're looking for, including some pretty rare systems and stuff, so really crazy store. But anyways, me and Kevin, it was all about us just hanging out, getting games, and then afterwards going home and getting loaded, listening to metal and stuff, playing games. So, but ahead of time, I went through Kevin's trade stuff, of course, and I noticed that he had a copy of Katamari Forever, which, man, Katamari is just like some of the most addictive gameplay I have ever played, and I had to get this from him, so I traded him something for it. I don't remember what. But I tried this out recently, just like a week ago. Holy crap. So fun. So good, man. There's, like, nothing wrong with Katamari. There's, like, nothing that I don't like about Katamari at all. So, just crazy series. I gotta hurry up, running out of time here. Alright, so, anyways, the stuff I got from the store. I traded in a box of stuff, and I mean a box of stuff. And they took most of it. They didn't take my Atari Lynx. They said it didn't work all the time, but anyways, it does. I ended up actually just recently trading that. In fact, there's going to be another pickup video coming here pretty soon. I did a trade night just a couple nights ago, and you'll be seeing a pickup video from all that stuff too, but I wanted to get this one out because it's been kind of on the shelf for a while. But what I got from there with my $250-ish credit was 2 DS games, complete in box. Lufia, Curse of the Sinistrals, hell yes. So badass, it's like a remake of the second Lufia. Hoshigami Ruining Blue Earth Remix, which is a remake of a PlayStation title that I wasn't even familiar with, but it looks badass, and this was basically thrown in for free. And finally, folks, to end the episode, I don't know how it gets any more epic than this. How does it get any more epic than correcting your biggest freaking trade mistake ever? Ever. Most of you guys probably already know what it is because I've mentioned it so many times, but I'm going to show you anyways. Crusader of motherfucking Senti. Crusader of Senti. Loose, beautiful label. I don't care if it's loose. It is incredible. It's cleaner than my old copy. It is legit. I've opened it up. I've looked at it. I've played it. It is amazing, and bam! This is my most wanted game, like, down. Like, there you go. Like, I mean, there's probably more expensive games that I want, like Snatcher or a couple others. But of the ones that I've used to have, man, Crusader of Senti is it. So there we go. That is the topper on the episode, and something that I gave kind of hints to in the past to a couple friends. And yeah, there it is. Crusader of Senti. I am so happy. I can't even believe it. So Retro Game Trader, go there, check it out. Kevin, thank you for an amazing time and beer and games. So much fun. That's all I have for you guys. I'm over the moon about this. Just super stoked. So it's like the whole reason I wanted to show this freaking pickup episode. So super happy. Check out the smile on this guy's black-hearted face. Black-hearted face? That doesn't even make sense. Thank you guys for watching. Keep rocking the retro games. Subscribe, like, comment. That'd be awesome. Keep rocking the retro games again.